Hey guys, this is Ranchin here, Prince of Commentary. This is going to be the first set in the Hana Daetoo MSL 2016 semifinals. Got that out of me quickly. It's going to be between Flash and Free, aka Pretty, because he's pretty. It's going to be a match point. Bottom left corner we have blue turn player Flash. Upper right hand corner we have Free in, what was that, pink? Purple, magenta, I believe. I was once told that that's the correct name for that color. Two-player map, of course, and I'm not alone today. Decided that since PvT breeds some intense strategic plays and strategic thinking, I'd bring with myself the guy I need alongside for that. So Deja Vu, he's once again alongside me today. I'm going to do some syncage on the thing and then let the guy give his opinion on what he thinks we can expect in this one. 44, 45, 46. So, Deja, give your view.
You know, I was looking at this series. I thought this had so much potential to be a great series. After we watched Free versus Haya, Free coming back 2-0 down versus Haya, his PvT looked really, really solid in that series. So I think Free's got a shot here. Flash, obviously, he's the Robo-Terran. He's a complete dominator at every matchup, and no one's really been able to solve his puzzle. But I think Free definitely has an opportunity to do so. He is very, very good in this matchup, as we saw in the last series. And the map pool, we were talking earlier before we were casting Ranchin, and I gotta say that the map pool really favors Free if he's gonna come away with an upset. I mean, he's got 2 games on match point at the beginning and the end. He's got the game on Triathlon. And those 3 are going to be 3 sets that are Protoss favorites. So he's got a shot there. And then Fighting Spirit is, you know, it's kind of a toss-up. So if he can get 3 wins in there, definitely a possibility here. I think he was definitely kind of lucked out that match point is one of the first maps. And I am completely flabbergasted as to why he would 12 next on a 2-player map. I don't like this. It's a 2-player map. You shouldn't 12 next on a 2-player map. This is going to be really tough for him to defend, especially with Flash going for that pseudo forward racks a little bit. Flash is going to be able to get Marines there pretty darn quick. I don't like this by Free. What do you think about this? I don't think this is a very good choice on a 2-player map.
I find it strange that overall Protoss players these days, especially against Flash, tend to go for this 12 next, simply because they feel they needed to compete economically. I understand it from that standpoint, but I feel kind of weirded out that Protoss players tend to go for it a lot these days, to go for this build a lot. And I don't know whether that's probably a lack of confidence because they know how solid Flash is. They feel they need to get an economic advantage. They need to, at all times, try to stay a Nexus ahead of him. And I understand that because they're going to need that army superiority to be able to force Flash back. And even though match point, this is an overall Protoss favorite map, I think when a Terran pushes out, there's just a certain amount of position that can be used. The natural expansion can be sieged up, sieged on, and can get totally wiped out fairly easily by Terran players. And I've seen several times Terran players, despite a Protoss opponent being a couple bases on top of him, having a nice army as well. A Terran player just goes for that push, maybe that 2-1 push at the correct time, being maybe 2 bases to 5. Just I'm saying that quite a few SCVs, 4 SCVs coming off the line. Probe spotting that. Going to be seeing a shield battery come up as the Zealot is in there to defend. 1 Marine, 1 SCV in there. But as I said, yeah, I think Terran player, this is a map, despite being Protoss favorite, it gives opportunities for Terran players to go in for an all-kill push that sometimes they manage to raise 2 bases as they do so, and the entire army. So we're going to see what Flash manages to do. He has the factory up, no machine shop over there, so we might produce the vultures just to allow this harass to happen. 5 SCVs coming in here, going to get a surround on the Zealot. Zealot's going to go down, going to be forced to retreat. Safety of the shield battery does manage to get his shields up. 2 Zealots in there. 1 bunker is going to be able to come down. This is going to force those Zealots to get in there. Probes are going to have to come off the line, try to prevent that bunker from coming down. That first initial Zealot building the bunker is going to get taken down, but 3 Marines against 2 Zealots and 4 SCVs, and still the bunker might get built. It's almost ready there. It is going to get built. Probes coming off the line to try to force in there. Vulture coming up as well. Free looking like he's in a lot of trouble. Flash doing an absolute beautiful job of pressuring here. All the probes go down. Now Vulture, 3 SCVs and 3 Marines inside the bunker. Shield battery is going to go down. Next is going to go down. 1 Dragoon coming here to fight back. He might force back the Vulture, but he's not going to be able to do much else. So right off the bat, Free looking like he's in a significant amount of trouble.
Yeah, Free is pretty much dead in the water at this point. He could probably get the game he can probably stay in the game for another 5 minutes or so by letting this Nexus go down at his natural expansion and just going off of it. But off of one base, but he is so far behind that he is essentially done in this game. I don't know what he was really doing there. He has that shield battery. He should be defending near the shield battery as much as possible. Pick off the SCV every time it hops over to closer to the shield battery side, and that's when he should be trying to pick it off so he can try and stay close enough to the shield battery to protect his Zealots, but he didn't really do that, and kind of carelessly losing a lot of HP on that Dragoon. The Nexus does go down here as well, and Flash's micro in that fight was just darn impressive. Like, normally what Terran players do with their SCVs, they just, get them in front of their Marines and just try and block as long as possible. Flash was actually using some, like, return cargo, mine mineral tricks in there, to actually get his SCVs to actually get into the Zealot and glitch it out. And Flash just killed that Dragoon with his tank. So yeah, I mean, Free's got nothing at this point. Free's only got one gateway as well, which is kind of confusing to me. Normally you'll see Protoss players throw down 2 gateways following with 12 necks, because in order to counter this kind of bunker rush, you need those 2 Zealots out at the beginning rather than just the one that we saw from Free. So that ended up being a little couple careless errors here and there, and Flash is uber micro is just gonna end up schooling Free, and he might even be able to get a little push on here, as this almost looks like kind of an FD push follow-up. Kind of has that same kind of army composition, but Free is definitely going to have some trouble here as we head forward, and Mine going off, picking off the Dragoon as well. So Free just going to be on his back foot for too long in this game, and Flash is going to take it. It's just a matter of when at this point.
Yeah, second factory on the way. I think the natural expansion of Flashes was actually forced. I think Free put a pylon there, forced the command center to be built a little bit off position, but that's not really a big of a problem because the pylon was cancelled. So command center is going to get built, going to get floated a centimeter, and centimeter in non-scale, I guess. But so yeah,
on your monitor centimeter.
On my monitor centimeter, yeah. So that's not really going to be that big of a delay. But Flash going to go for a push yet again, planning now some nice mines. That Nexus is probably going to get delayed. The Dragoon's not going to be able to come in prison to do anything against that. Nexus might come up, but it's still probably going to get taken down. So his Vulture's doing an absolutely beautiful job, putting a bunch of mines. No observers imminent quite yet. Well, actually, yeah, as I say that, observers are going to be on the way. Ugh, two branching wrong day yet again. But only 3 Dragoons down there on the ground, and a tank, several Vultures and Marines out there, plus a whole bunch of mines. So Dragoon's not even thinking of coming too close to that Nexus. Nexus probably going to get taken down. On the opposite side, we see Flash playing careful as well, setting up a defensive perimeter, putting down turrets as he gets his command center down. So he's just in case playing safe as he continues pressuring this Nexus here. Final observer out there, so the mine's going to get cleared out, and Flash might get pushed back here. 3 Vultures, 2 Vultures in the tank. Dragoons might be enough here to counter this because those mines are going to get taken down. So not more, no